Hello, today we're going to be knitting and I will be showing you how I do the cable cast on. The yarn that I'm using is Red Heart with Love. The needle size that I'm using is a US size 8 or a 5.0 millimeter. To begin, we're going to make our slip knot, and you want to make sure that your tail of your yarn is long enough that you can weave it in at the end of your work. And you want to make this snug, but not too snug, just enough that it's not going to fall off the end of your work. And this is going to be our left needle, so go ahead and reposition that. The tail of your yarn you want out of the way. I try to keep it to the front here, and then my working yarn that I'm going to be working with, or that's connected to the ball or skein, to the back. And for this tutorial, I'm going to be doing a cast on of 10 stitches using the cable cast on. The very first loop is considered your first stitch, and for this first time that we do our cast on, we're going to do a knitting cast on where you're picking up the actual loop. And so to do that, if you look, there's a loop right there, a front strand and a back strand. You're going to go right in between the two strands, and you're going to yarn over from front to back and then pull that through the loop to the front. Give it a little tug to make the stitch a little bit longer, and you're going to just flip that onto the left needle, and now you have 2 loops on your hook. So that was a knitting cast on. For the remainder of this, we're going to be doing the cable cast on, which requires that you go in between the 2 loops. So you're going to go into the space between the 2 loops, and you're going to yarn over and then pull that through to the front of your work and make it a little bit longer, and you're going to slip that onto the end of your loop. Pull it just a little snug, not too snug, because you want to be able to move it while you're pulling the yarn through. So again, through the 2 loops, through the space in the middle, okay, yarn over and pull that through to the front of your work. Make it just long enough that you can stick it onto the left needle. And now you have 4 loops. And again, through the space between the 2 loops, yarn over, pull through to the front of your work. And I split my yarn, so I'm going to try that again. There we go. Onto the left needle. Go through the space between the 2 loops. Yarn over, pull that through. Give it a little tug. Place it onto the left needle. Pick up the space between the 2 loops. Yarn over. Pull through to the front of your work. Give it a little tug. Place it onto your left needle. Give it a little tug. Okay. Pick up the space between the 2 loops. Yarn over. Pull through to the front of your work. Give it a little tug and place it onto the left-hand needle. 3, 6, 7, 8. I need 2 more. Pick up the space between the 2 loops. yarn over, pull through to the front of your work. I split my yarn again, so let me try that again. And there we go. And give it a little tug. Place onto my left needle. And one more time. Pick up the space between the two loops, yarn over, pull through, and place it onto your left needle. Okay, so now I should have 10 loops on my needle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have just completed my cast on of 10 stitches using the cable cast on.